If Ancelotti's tactics are not there and he's not putting the players in their right positions and not seeing that with time and how it's going to develop, then maybe it's a case for Perez to say, is Ancelotti the guy going to lead us past winter? A lot of the comments that I've seen from the videos that I've done before has been questioning Vinny, essentially, instead of Mbappe. And I've looked at him and I've said to myself, yeah, maybe. Maybe he is the root cause of it all. And Ancelotti, when he takes off Vinny, his attitude is absolutely 100% not in the mindset to be a Real Madrid player. Very, very stuck up, very, oh, it's all about me, very egoistic, yeah? And Vinny has had this temperament for a long time. Guys, I've got to be honest with you. I may be in the wrong. I may be slightly in the wrong. My name's David, guys. Welcome to Madrid Fan TV, and let's get straight into it. I don't want to time waste. I don't want to get into, a whole situation where I'm talking about this player, that player, this player. I'm going to go straight down to the root cause, and I think I was slightly wrong in passing all the blame to Mbappe for the last game. I think it may have sounded like that. It may have sounded like that on the previous video, and I think slightly I was a little wrong when judging him just based on these 3 games, and maybe he has put more effort in than a certain player, and a certain player whose attitude absolutely stinks on the pitch and off the pitch. Now, let me get onto him. Vinicius Jr., yeah? This guy has been pretty much a star boy for Real Madrid. A star boy throughout Champions League, last year La Liga. This guy, with probably Bellingham, has been carrying the whole team essentially throughout all the knockout stages, throughout La Liga games, and he has been on the end of amazing praise from the fans, myself, everybody who I do watch-alongs with. Every single time he has been on the praise end of a lot of these fans, yeah? And for me personally, this season, from the start of it now, since Mbappe's arrival, I don't know what has happened to him. I don't know what has happened to him. Maybe Vinny is the root cause of all the problems. Maybe since Mbappe's arrival, he has been, obviously, he cemented his place on that left wing, no doubt about it, for his performances, for the amount of goals he's got, for the amount of assists he's got, yeah? But for me personally, Mbappe, I want to see him for one match play on that left wing and see what he can do as a player. Because if he can produce excellent results on the left wing, I'm talking about goals, I'm talking about assists, I'm talking about creation of chances, I'm talking about build-up play with the team. If he can produce much better results than Vinny at the moment, I say drop Vinny instead. And a lot of comments in a lot of the comments that I've seen from the videos that I've done before has been questioning Vinny, essentially, instead of Mbappe. And I've looked at him and I've said to myself, yeah, maybe. Maybe he is the root cause of it all. And Ancelotti, when he takes off Vinny, his attitude is absolutely 100% not in the mindset to be a Real Madrid player. Very, very stuck up, very, oh, it's all about me, very egoistic, yeah? And Vinny has had this temperament for a long time, but his skill set and his ability to score goals, create chances for others has pulled him through, yeah? And I'm looking at it in general and saying to myself that with Vinny there as a problem, maybe he's the one that needs to be dropped to the bench and not Mbappe, yeah? Now, Mbappe, yes, has had a lack of goals. Yes, he's not been the most dynamic player we've seen light up in a Real Madrid shirt since he started, yeah? And I've got to say to myself, maybe he does need to be on that left wing. Maybe Vinny's the one that needs to go. Maybe he's the one that needs to go. I mean, there's a lot of talk with him going to Saudi, and I don't think the rumours are going to be fully there. I think it's going to be, obviously, maybe a winter thing, if that is ever going to come into fruition. But for me, in general, I would like to see Mbappe play on the left wing and maybe Vinny take up the centre role, because I think Vinny personally is more creative than Mbappe. He's got more of a passing ability than Mbappe. Mbappe is the one who's got the pace and the legs to bypass defenders with ease. Yeah. And if Mbappe is that guy who's going to be on the left wing, then let him be there. And Ancelotti maybe needs to switch up. So Vinny, his attitude is absolutely poor. And I don't want to see him occupy the left wing with Mbappe in the centre if it's going to cause a problem and going to cause a divide between the players. Between the players for every match going from now until the end of the season, because it's just going to be a recurring issue, especially with Champions League around the corner, especially with Copa del Rey games around the corner, even though I don't think you will play many Copa del Rey games in the beginning. Especially with these games and obviously the Spanish Super Cup as well, we're looking at a player, if his attitude is not there, then I would say he needs to play somewhere different or drop him completely to the bench. Yeah? And allow the player of the likes of Mbappe, who has been very good, and we've seen him very good on the left wing for France, for PSG, and it's more, if that's more of his position and it's more to his liking, then give him the opportunity to do so, because Vinny lately has been very poor. He has dropped 3 absolute major stinkers, yeah? And I do not want to see Vinny play there if it's going to cause a rift and it's going to cause a problem with Mbappe in the striker position. Let's put Mbappe on the left and let's see where Vinny can play, if he can play up front, yeah? Next, on to Ancelotti. I've been kind of cautious with my approach to Ancelotti. I said, okay, let him fix it. Let him fix the issue. And obviously, with Ancelotti's trophy cabinet, yeah, for his honours that he's won as a manager, yeah, with the likes of Real Madrid, double with Chelsea in his first season, with the likes of AC Milan, yeah, this guy is an absolute god when it comes to managers, yeah. But if he's tactically backwards, and last season I didn't really enjoy, and you've seen me many times on stream say this, I don't really enjoy the football Real Madrid are playing, but we're getting results. And people have said this many times about, for example, Simeone. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people who say, okay, maybe Simeone isn't the right manager or fit for their club, for example. Yeah, but if he gets results, who cares? But for me, sometimes it is more than results, especially when the results are not going your way. Like, for example, in the last 3 matches. If Ancelotti's tactics are not there and he's not putting the players in their right positions and not seeing that with time and how it's going to develop, then maybe it's a case for Perez to say, is Ancelotti the guy going to lead us past winter and January? Because I love Ancelotti. Don't get me wrong. He's won so much with Real Madrid. He's probably going to be the most successful manager of all time with, Real Madrid. And I want to see Ancelotti fix this quick, because if he doesn't, then there are going to be questions raised and the fans will make their voices heard. Trust me, the white handkerchief will be out. And for me, with Ancelotti as the manager, he needs to sort this out quick. He needs to pinpoint exactly what is wrong with the team. What is wrong? Is it Mbappe? Or is it Vinny's attitude? Or is it Vinny and Mbappe playing together? Is it that 3 at the front? Is Rodrigo causing the problem, which he was dropped the last game, but then came on and kind of had a quite bright spell? Is the creativity in the midfield lacking because Cruz is missing? And everybody's saying that we're missing Cruz. 100%, we know that. We're missing one of the best deep-line playmakers in the last decade by a country mile. Yeah? So, for me, looking at that midfield, Valverde, Tchouaméni, we need a creator in there. Is Arda Güler going to step in and fill those shoes? Potentially. Brahim Diaz was brought in on the right wing the other day and failed miserably. Absolute dropping a stinker and hooked, as we know. Yeah? So, for me, looking in its entirety, there was a whole bunch of problems. There's the Vinny problem. There's Mbappe's problem not playing the right position. There's Ancelotti's problem not trying to figure out how can he not figure out maybe in the preseason who's everybody playing, because obviously the Euros were taking place, so he didn't have that much time in its entirety to actually figure out what's happening. So I'm looking at it in those three areas: Ancelotti, Vinny, Mbappe, yeah? And also the lack of creativity in the midfield. So 4 areas. Yeah, the defensive problems that we suffered last game in Las Palmas, where Militao, I don't know where he was for that goal, to be honest. He was, I don't know, doing something, but something not good. Yeah, so there's defensive problems as well. We failed to recruit a centre-back in the transfer window, which I think we needed. Obviously, Alaba will come back. And yeah, there's a lot of problems, and Real Madrid, I think they need to address these before the January transfer window ends, because there has to be some give, there has to be some push, an extra push to drive forward after January, and win trophies, try and go for the Champions League again, try and go for La Liga, try and go for Copa del Rey. We're going to be obviously in the FIFA Club World Cup as well, the new format to that as well, and it's just going to be a lot of different issues that have to be sorted very quickly. And Ancelotti in his press conference, did say, it's on me, we will fix it. I don't want to go through much of the press conference because he was just saying the same things that a lot of the comments were saying, to be honest. So he was saying, it's on me, I'm going to fix it. Yeah, so for Ancelotti to say that, it's on him, it's his responsibility, and he's taking full accountability for it because he hasn't figured out the right system. So if it's Ancelotti, it's on Ancelotti, then it's him. If Mbappe's not scoring, then put him on the left, see if he scores there. If Vinny's not performing, then take him off, drop him, put Endrick up front with Mbappe on the left, see how that works out. There's a lot of different things to go on, and we need to figure out quick because Real Madrid have very tough games after this international break. Absolutely. Like I said before, Sociedad away, Celta Vigo, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, all these different teams, and we are needing to fix this before the international break and after the international break, sorry. So that's me, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining again. And we've just literally nearly hit 2K subscribers. If you are going to subscribe, make sure you do that. Don't forget to like this video. And as always, I'm going to say this always as I end the video. A la Madrid, and take care.